G'day ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another video. My name is Cody and tonight I'm doing a bit of a different video. This was the second time I've only done it on this channel. I did it last year, and this is going to be my round 1 2024 NRL fixture to what I believe it will be look like. Now this time it's going to be a lot different because obviously we do know now. And the NRL is going to Vegas for the next 5 seasons for a 5-year deal. So 4 teams every year will head up to Las Vegas for round 1. And those 4 teams are going to be the Broncos, Roosters, Rabbitohs, and the Sea Eagles, which I'll get into them very shortly. So, but I'm still able to do the other 6 games that will be happening in that same round as well. Now, from what will be happening, it's going to be a split round. So what that means is because the 2 games in Vegas, the double header, they have been given like extra time to come back from the United States, as it is very far. But the rest of the round will be playing days after. So the games are going to be kicking off on March 2nd, their time over there. So a Saturday night, and it's going to be a Sunday morning here in Australia. Can't confirm what times the games will be, but I'm guessing it'll be like at 11:30, 1:30, 2, or 11:30, 12:30, even 1 p.m. kickoff. But I don't know at this stage, but we'll wait and see. We are getting very close to the announcement of the NRL draw. The NRL draw for 2023 came out on November 10th last year, almost a year to this date of this recording, which was recorded on the 7th. And the draw is expected to come out in the next week or 2, or even the next couple of days. There have been murmurs about it, but nothing's going to be real until the NRL confirms it. But with that out of the way, let's get into my round 1 NRL fixture and see what I think it should look like. And obviously we'll get these 2 out of the way. So the first 2 games that are confirmed, the Rabbitohs versus Sea Eagles. Sea Eagles versus Rabbitohs, and the Roosters versus Broncos. Now it's undecided which game is going to open the season. It's likely going to be the Sea Eagles versus Rabbitohs game, and many sources are backing that up. So I'm going Manly versus Rabbits for the opener, and then for the Broncos and Roosters to go on after that. I don't know if they're going to go back to back, like kick off at 11:30 and then 1:30 p.m. our time, or 2 p.m. even. We don't know, but they will be playing on the 3rd of March our time here, 2nd of March over there. So that means the split round. This will be the first time we've had a split round as well, and the rest of round 1 will kick off from the 7th of March, which is a Thursday night. And the first game for the next 6 games, I reckon, will happen on the Thursday night at an 8 p.m. or 7:50 kickoff. I've got the back-to-back defending premiers, the Penrith Panthers, taking on a team who were overhyped as hell in 2023, and they didn't make any success, really. I've got the Panthers taking on the Bulldogs at Bluebet Stadium on a Thursday night. Now, this one's I got this one only because Stephen Crichton is going to the Bulldogs, and I reckon he should first up play against his former club, and that is in the Penrith Panthers. He's won 3 premierships with the Panthers, and we'll have to see how he is at the Bulldogs. So I've got the Panthers and the Dogs for the Thursday night, and it's free to air as well. I mean, why not? I mean, it might be a one-sided game, but you never know what can happen in the NRL. Now, for the Friday games, I've got 2 Friday games instead of 1, as I've seen other people have done. I've got the 6 p.m. game. It is going over across into the ditch at Mount Smart Stadium. I've got the New Zealand Warriors, who were outstanding in 2023, taking on a team who made the grand final in 2022 and did not make the 8 this year. I've got the Warriors taking on the Eels. Now, this one is going to be an interesting clash. I mean, you got the recent news that prop forward Ava Fanua Blake is going to a Sydney club but now it's been told and confirmed he's committed at the Warriors for 2024. I don't know. I mean, I reported this on the podcast last week on Nick from Australia's channel, and we first thought that he was going to a Sydney club, and now, as we find it, have found out now, days after, Alpha Fanua Blake is at the Warriors for 2024, and he goes to a different club after next year, which would be a massive blow for the Warriors if he did go. But I still have a faith in the Warriors. And as for the Eels, they got quite a tough season next year. I mean, they've pretty much got the same squad, really. I mean, injuries really played them this year, and they'll be all freshed up going into 2024. So I've got the Warriors and Eels at Mount Smart at 6 p.m. And as for the other Friday night game, 8 p.m, the free-to-air game, I've got the North Queensland Cowboys taking on the Newcastle Knights at Queensland Country Bank Stadium. I mean, Cowboys usually in the first couple of rounds usually have a free-to-air game, whether it's the Friday 8 p.m, Thursday night, or the Sunday 4 p.m. I've gone the Cowboys and Knights for the 8 p.m. I could have gone for the Sunday 4 p.m. fixture, but it was quite tough. But I've got them. I reckon this will be a cracking game as well. I mean, it's well deserved to have free to air. I mean, I think time for the Knights to take a break from the Sunday night games. Sunday afternoon games rather, and I mean, yeah, take it up to Queensland. Why not? So I got the Cowboys and Knights on the Friday night for 8 p.m. And then for the Saturday games, I've only got 2 games this time, and I mean Sunday we'll have the one. Now there will be no 3 p.m. game for the round 1 fixture, as if you don't know, early March for the first 2 weeks or so are usually very hot, especially down in Sydney and up in Brisbane. So I think we should not have the 3 p.m. game, and I think that's what might happen, but we don't know at this stage. So for the first Saturday game, I've got the 5:30. I've got the Sharks at PointsBet Stadium taking on the Gold Coast Titans. Now, Sharks are an interesting one. Now, they did make the finals this year, which was surprising, and majority did not beat a top 8 team until they beat the Cowboys, who were in the top 8 at the time, and the Rabbits the second time we played them over in Perth. And I don't see good things happening for the Sharks next year, but that's just me. I mean, what we saw in the test match between Australia and New Zealand in the final, after New Zealand belted them 30-0, and Nicholas Hines was a replacement for Cameron Murray, as Cameron Murray suffered an injury. I don't know what the injury was, but I think it's got to do something in his leg or something. I don't know. Someone can correct me. And I feel like Nicho Hines and the Sharks are not going to have a good season. And as for the Titans, they're all over the place. I mean, they should have a game in Sydney to start off with. That's just me. So I think this will be a dull game and a high-scoring game, I reckon. So 5:30 Sharks vs Titans. And as for the 7:35 game Saturday night, this one was quite tricky as well. But I've got the Dragons taking on the West Tigers. So you got the 2 worst teams who finished in 16th and 17th respectively. Dragons were very close of getting that wooden spoon, as I predicted this year. I was only 1 spot off. And Tigers, they're in all the shit. All their board members and that need to go, because I do not see any improvement from the Tigers at this stage. I mean, I might as well think that they will go for a 3-peat wooden spoon. The last time a team got 3 wooden spoons in a row was the Newcastle Knights from 2015-17, where they were dead last, and even 2016 they only won 1 game. That's it. I just don't see improvement from the Tigers at all. I mean, yeah, they've got a couple good players. I mean, yeah, they're signed like players like James Sullivan, Aiden Caesar as well. But I don't think it's going to be enough unless the Tigers can shock us, like how they defeated Penrith in beltering conditions. But that was this year. But it's going to be different next year. I don't see any improvement from the Tigers. So I think this will be the worst game of round one, in my opinion. And this game, I reckon, will take place at WIN Stadium instead of Kogarah. I've only got WIN Stadium because I believe what the Dragons have got with their membership, they've got six games at WIN Stadium, 5 at Kogarah, and 1 at Allianz for the Anzac game against the Roosters. So I got Dragons and Tigers for the 7:30, and that's for the final game for round one. I've only got 3 teams: the Storm, Dolphins, and Raiders. But before we get to the 4 p.m. game, before we get to the bye, for the 4 p.m. game, I've got the Dolphins at Suncorp Stadium taking on the Melbourne Storm for a 4 p.m. kickoff. I'm afraid to air, and it's going to draw a massive crowd. I mean, Dolphins, after their first maiden season, they did pretty well for what they did, and this will be their second year ever in the NRL. And Storm have also got a good record up there at Suncorp. I mean, there's a lot of Melbourne Storm supporters up there that live in Queensland as well, so you never know. But I've gone the Dolphins and Storm for a free-to-air 4 p.m. No 2 p.m. game, as 2 p.m. doesn't come till after daylight savings are over, which will be the first Sunday of April. And it was just a bit tricky to either have a 6 p.m. game, but I don't like 6 p.m. games on a Sunday. I think it's just stupid. They should get rid of it, to be perfectly honest, but that's just my opinion. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is my round one fixture if I was in charge. Now, no, this was a bit different because we've got the Vegas game to start off with, but those were my fixtures. So I'll go through them once again. So for the Vegas games, you've got Sea Eagles versus Rabbitohs, Roosters versus Broncos. Thursday night is Panthers versus Bulldogs. 6 p.m. Friday, Warriors versus Eels. 8 p.m. Cowboys versus Knights. 5:30 Saturday, Sharks versus Titans. Dragons versus Sharks versus Titans. 5:30. 7:30 Saturday, Dragons versus West Tigers. And for the early Sunday game, 4 p.m. afternoon, Dolphins versus Storm at Suncorp. And as for the bye, I've given it to the Raiders. I think they will have round one off, and they will start their campaign in round 2 in the second week of March, or third week of March, whatever it will be. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that will conclude the video. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new around here, and don't forget to turn on those post notifications so you do not miss an upload or whenever I post our video. Now, I do apologise for the lackluster for the last 2 weeks. Just wasn't really anything to upload, but I will be getting into more content as soon as the NRL draw will come out, and I will also do a live reaction of the NRL draw, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that. But anyways, everyone, thank you all for watching this video. See you all in the next one.